question is what we're doing illegal?
Is it illegal to wild park or overnight park, I should say, in the UK? Buongiorno.
Boom! Hey, welcome back. We're Trist and Kez and we live in Old Gertie, our 36-year-old Talbot Express camper van, whilst travelling the UK with little Murphy, who's having a lie down there, and Frank, who's having a lie down there. What are we here for today? It's Sunday, another session.
Another Sunday session.
Yeah, Sunday sessions.
So, is it illegal to sleep in your van in a public space overnight? The simple answer is no. There is zero law prohibiting you to do that. That is the fact, despite what opinion you may have heard. However, local authorities can implement their own bans. So, for example, the New Forest, it is a blanket ban across the whole area, isn't it? There is no overnighting in any of their car parks or any of their laybys on the side of the road. The same as when you see parking restrictions along a road or car parks. All of these things are enforceable. If you're told not to be there by an official body, then you are not allowed to be there. There's no grey area. It is as simple as that. If there aren't any signs, then you are absolutely allowed to be there. Public land is for public use. However, that being said, it is a contentious subject. The media's hype of the negativity is absolutely insane.
Yeah.
It really is. I mean, you've only got to read the Scottish Sun's negativity around the NC 500, but then actually read the boss who brought the route into place.
Yeah.
You know,
And why?
And the benefit it has had to the Highlands and the money that it brings in. And it is a contentious subject, and unfortunately, because of the media's portrayal of it, people with a negative opinion can sometimes be led to believe that their opinion is fact.
Yeah.
Whether someone likes what you're doing or not is absolutely irrelevant whether it comes to if you're allowed to do it. But because of that, we do... Hello, Murph.
Hello, Murphy.
Did you want to be in the video? Come on and say hello.
Ladies and gentlemen, Murphy.
Hello, say hello to my little cat. Say hello to Murphy. Because of this unfortunate misrepresentation, which we can say it is an absolute misrepresentation, there are a few that ruin it for the many, but there's also a few cars that ruin it for the many, a few motorcyclists that ruin it for the many. You know, people misuse these areas is not, you know, a small subset of van life. It's a small subset of people.
Yeah, it's people.
You know, it really, it's crazy to lump it all under the van life tag.
I think weirdly we've seen just as much shocking things from people in cars as we have
100%.
campervans and motorhomes.
I've seen more people in cars pulling over and weeing on the side of the road than I've ever seen a van lifer do in my life.
Well, it was that one in Scotland, wasn't it?
Oh,
we were
disgusting.
parked up looking at a view, lovely little sort of like monument, this little enclosed area where you could go in and read some information of the local area. And this lady just jumped out, ran into it, squatted, did her business.
But did it? All she cared about was in this little enclave, she could go for a wee and be hidden from everyone. Not the fact that that's where all of the information boards were. And I got out to go and look, and there's just a massive puddle of urine
and
in
tissues.
front of all of those. She was in a car. So yes, unfortunately though, the media is more powerful than the people sometimes. And yes, the negativity can be frustrating, and it can also stop people from overnighting, which is a real shame. Sort of from our experience and, you know, our influence of other van lifers on the road, we could have created a code of conduct to try and change the conversation. Yes, it's frustrating. Yes, you shouldn't have to deal with people's negative opinions. You know, we live in a world now where opinion is fact. It's really not. It's really not. You know, we can get frustrated or you can help make a change. So, you know, our code of conduct is, sure, if it's a public space, park in it, but if it's blocking access to private land, don't do it. Especially if it's farmers' gates. There's nothing that infuriates me more than when people park in front of farmers' land. Do you know how hard those people work to get you out of your bed, to get you moved just so they can crack on with their day? It's just selfish, you know?
Use a bit of due diligence. Use a bit of common sense, mate.
Exactly. And be armed with the facts, but don't let that allow you to become sort of like
a lone ranger.
Or sort of aggressive in your delivery of them. Information should be shared. If people want to come at you with an aggressive attitude, don't fuel that by matching their energy. You're in the right. If you're allowed to be there, remain calm, share it with a smile. I mean, we're parked in one of our favourite spots, aren't we? And you get some people walking past the van saying, wow, that's amazing. Oh my God, look what they've got in there. What a life. You then get other people walking past going, oh, well, they've definitely slept here. Well, they shouldn't be here.
There should be signs put up.
Yeah, there should be signs put up, and complaining for no reason. For no reason. I should say there's no rubbish here. There's absolutely zero sign of anyone sleeping in their vehicle apart from a few vans, plenty of parking spaces. When those sorts of people have those sorts of opinions, I just smile.
Would you say? Kill them with kindness.
Kill them with kindness, exactly. And just smile, because just imagine how sad their little life is if they need to have an opinion, and be so vocal about it on how someone else is choosing to live. It blows my mind, quite frankly. You don't know why people are living in their vehicles. You don't know why they're sleeping in their vehicles. But if you want to be ignorant, just don't fuel it. Don't rise to it. But on that note, I will say we are yet, I think that's also...
Yeah.
I'm going to jump in with, again, I think that is also a misrepresentation that everywhere's full of angry locals. If you read the Scottish Sun, every day it's
every day.
angry local was attacked by a van lifer. Yet we have been to Scotland so many times and have met so many beautiful locals that want to teach you about the area. A lot of them love vanning themselves. And we've had some amazing conversations with people we've met that way. I don't believe that everywhere there's an angry local. You do get a few people that think if they own a house in an area, they own the entire area. How sad for them. How disillusioned that when they bought a house, they thought they were buying 100 acres of land. You weren't.
The beach view.
Exactly.
Something to bear in mind is, and this obviously isn't a blanket thing, but lorry drivers by law can only drive for so long, so they will pull up in lay-bys and other areas to legally have rest and sleep. And we've all seen the signs on the motorway where it's like, don't drive if you're tired. So, I read it as, to what you're saying is, if I'm tired, I can then pull over in a safe, respectful area and way and take some time to rest or sleep.
Yeah, truckers are like the original van life.
They are, aren't they?
They have been doing it for years. It's people's opinion. It's not people's fact. It is sad because, part of our code of conduct is don't get a table and chairs out. Don't set yourself up a little camp. It's an interesting one because, as I say, we're while parking, and the other day we had someone pull up behind us in a car and they got out with a table and chairs and sat and had a full-blown picnic, which I think is beautiful.
Yeah, which was lovely to see.
Yeah, it was lovely to see, but unfortunately cars aren't on the negative end of the media. Vans are. So, you can either, I think to create change, you have to try and
bend a little.
Yeah, you have to be flexible. You have to educate. You have to
swim with the current, not against it. I think, really.
Exactly. We can all wish that there wasn't a negative opinion around it,
but
but there is, and we'd be misguided to think there wasn't if you read many media outlets. Unfortunately, I think it's just that sometimes I always say when people sort of, are like, oh, what are they doing? I just put it down to jealousy. That's all I can think, because why would you care? Why would you care what someone else is doing?
Yeah, exactly.
Go home to your house, have a shower, live your life. Just leave us in peace.
We're all going to die one day, so why don't we just enjoy the time that we have here and all try and get on a little bit better? If everyone's a bit nicer on both ends, then, we all live a better life, don't we?
Exactly that.
What more can be done? And we have spoken in a previous video about places getting shut down and some of our ideas of what can be done, but we actually spoke to a gentleman the other day at a park up we really love, which is in plans of getting shut down, isn't it? Well, possibly. I think it was a couple of years ago he said he went to the council meeting which this was all about, and fair play to him, he'd done his research and counted up how many car parks were in the area and said if you just took 10% of those, I think it was, and charged a fee of say £5 was his example, popped in an Elsin point, water and a couple of other things, which from what he was saying and calculated wouldn't have been a huge expense and then would obviously pay itself off over a number of years. He was saying the local council could actually make a reasonable stack of wedge year one, and then obviously once you started paying off those other facilities year 2, year 3, year 4, and not to forget those people who would be parking overnight or staying in the area would ideally, and that's what we see where we are now in other places and what people promote when you go to Scotland into more remote areas, is buy local, help these local businesses out. That's how we see, and it was a lovely idea, and that's how we kind of see things being more cohesive, is if more people can approach councils who know what they're doing and talking about with these brilliant ideas, and then we can all do our bit by buying local from local stores, help out these companies, pubs, etc., then aren't we all helping each other out? We're getting something as vanners and motorhomers, and then the local areas getting money into their back pocket that they weren't before. So I don't know, I thought it was a no-brainer, and it was lovely hearing that story from that gentleman, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Really amazing, heartwarming, and kind of like we wanted to share it with you guys, because if you're a bit more like council involved, maybe you can, you know, step to your council, whether something's being banned or not, maybe you can step to your council and kind of draw up an idea. And that's kind of what we had, where it's like if more places could have an initiative and be, I don't know what you sort of say, like more positive about things, yeah, it's just surely there's only a benefit to these kind of possible schemes that could happen. Because we have seen places in the UK, haven't we, where they've opened up overnight spots for motorhomes because they want to attract tourism. They're aware that people do this lifestyle, holiday in motorhomes and caravans, so they're like, hey, come on over, enjoy our area, come and spend a bit of money, and, you know, yeah, boost the local economy.
I mean, the funny thing is as well, a lot of van lifers we meet in wild parking spots are a lot older than us.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not really sure the relevance is that, but I feel like that means they've been doing it for a long time.
Yeah, well, and sometimes I think there's like a stigma, isn't there? You know, vanners, campervanners, van lifers are a certain way or type of people. But in the time that we've done it, you get everyone from people who've got, you know, into vanning because, you know, they kind of have maybe no other option of somewhere to live, all the way to people who parking up in 200 grand motorhomes and, you know, in some people's eyes are rich and absolute ballers. So yeah, there's not one type of person that wants to be involved in this world and lifestyle. So yeah, let's just do something that can help everyone out. Mutual beneficiary? No, that's not a word, is it? Mutually beneficial.
Yeah, mutually beneficial. I think that's the thing though. Unfortunately, we do live in a world currently where if you shout loudest, then you're going to be heard, which is crazy. And the van life community is a minority to your house dwellers, and so it is harder for us to get our voice heard. Just if each of us can make a little bit of change in our actions, then not really a change in our actions, but I don't know. People, stop complaining. Just stop moaning. If someone's not doing what you like, just walk the other way.
Yeah.
Who cares?
Unless it's highly illegal.
Yeah, it's not on your job to decide whether someone's doing something you like or not. So yeah, if you're not in a van, you know, and you don't like van life, or if you're someone watching
that's
this,
super mental. Stop watching this.
there's negativity wherever you go, unfortunately.
And we're here to spread some positivity, a bit of cheer and a bit of laughter.
Exactly. And yeah, just, you know, be armed with the fact you're allowed to be where you are. Some people might not like it, some people might like to complain, but some people just love the sound of their own voice. And, you know, I always think if someone wants to be sort of, you know, moaning for no reason, what a sad little life they must lead. I really don't care how anyone else chooses to live their life. That is purely for them to make their own decision. It's such an interesting subject. It's such a misrepresented subject.
Very contentious.
A very contentious one. Yeah, a very misunderstood one. Unfortunately, the generalisation has come from some very small subsets of behaviour.
We live in a very angry world, I feel, sometimes, and it takes for us as individuals and as a collective of people, van lifers and human beings, to just try and make things a bit better, you know?
Well, I mean, that's the thing. It's only ever van lifers I've seen getting out of their vehicles with rubbish bags, litter pickers. It's only van lifers I've seen helping other people in cars, other people in vans. You know, it's a beautiful community. So then there's also that to factor in mind. If you are a bit nervous about overnighting in your van for the first few times, then go to a more popular spot. I'm going to have everyone now going, no, overcrowding. Do you know how many cars are on the road in the UK? Do not come for me when you say vans are overcrowding. Have you seen some of these 4x4s people drive for one person? And you're going to criticise someone when they've got their whole house in a van, a car is allowed to park somewhere as much as a van is, and vice versa. If you are nervous about overnighting, go somewhere where there's a few other vans, because then it is a collective. You can feel comfortable in the collective, and then that's a beautiful way to meet people. I mean, we only met some car campers that pulled up behind us, and straight away, you know, we're only in a little van, and then they're in a car, and you're like, how are they doing this? Like, do they have everything? So you popped over, didn't you, with a charger?
See if they wanted a bit electric.
Yeah, see if they needed some electric. We've obviously got our solar panels, and yeah, it was a really lovely interaction, wasn't it?
Just be nice to each other, people.
Gosh, yeah.
But I was just going to say, always remember, like, leave no trace, and try and leave it better than what you found it.
Yes.
You know, if you know, you do your bit, you feel better for it, and then no one can complain.
Yeah, exactly. To be honest, we're only telling you our opinions of, you know, how we could talk for hours about this subject, couldn't we? Which, if you could too, drop us a conversation starter in there. A conversation starter? I don't know. Drop
us a comment. Like, if you've got some solutions that you think, these would be great to bring into place, then drop it in the comments. Like, part of these videos is really just to kind of get conversation started, highlight situations and stuff like that.
Well, build a community. We are part of a community, and so let's come together as a community. I suppose if you agree with us and think we should kill everyone with kindness, then leave us a kill with kindness comment.
Or maybe just a heart, because I think putting kill in the comments might get so bad.
YouTube might not like that. I don't know.
Anyway.
Say it with a smile.
Say it with a smile.
Because I mean, maybe that's why we've never had any issues, because it's hard.
People.
It's hard to argue with someone who won't argue back. That's a simple fact.
God bless everyone who has bought us a coffee.
It still blows our minds. Thank you. It's generosity and kindness is a beautiful thing.
You're absolute legends. It does help this channel keep growing and evolving.
Absolutely. As do every single one of you for watching this video, for liking it, and for subscribing to our channel. Just those 3 simple actions are an absolute
means so much, don't they?
Game changer. You know, unfortunately, we have to feed the YouTube algorithm, and that helps us, and it also helps us know that you like what we're doing. You know, it's a beautiful feeling. So thank you to each and every one of you.
Don't forget to check out our website, tristankez.com, where we've got more of this information available. And slide over to Instagram for more daily updates and shorter form content and beautiful pictures of us and the animals and our travels. And we're also on TikTok. We're trying to get Facebook started, so give us a chance on that one.
Basically, just go and follow us everywhere.
Follow us everywhere. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell notification so you don't miss another one of our videos. And until next time, folks, bye for now.